This topic of email. So in 2025, I have a lot of clients who really need to level up their game with what they're doing via email. I think is the greatest marketing channel that the real estate industry is completely blowing, like absolute train wreck in the real estate industry. But it actually is the single most important online one-to-many communication channel. We wreck relationships every single day because we're not leveling up the quality of the content. We're not leveling up the quality of our strategy and thinking. Number one is your email newsletter. And I'm really interested in, do you have a strong content mission statement? If you don't know what a content mission statement is, just go to ChatGPT and say, what's a content mission statement? If you want to really understand what I'm talking about to the next level, the Orange Book, Content Inc. by Joe Palizzi. He's the one that introduced me to the concept, the content mission statement. And if you don't have a content mission statement, then your newsletter is most likely all over the place and probably not where it needs to be. Number two, so in email marketing, we have direct response templates for all services. What am I talking about? This is where I was just working with one of my great coaching clients who was like, I just referred a seller to, or a potential seller to an agent in another marketplace. And I was like, oh, do you do that? She's like, I love doing that. I want to do more of those. And I said, have you outlined what that service is and then shared that service and that offering to your email database? Meaning that you'd be willing to research 4 to 5 top agents in any marketplace that your clients, friends, and neighbors were interested in, and you'd find them the best agent to connect with. Do you offer that service? She's like, yes. Have you ever written an email that explains that service and sent that off to your database to let them know that you have that? No. Does anyone even know that you do that? No. Outline the service, create the email, send it. Do you have a buyer consultation? Yes. Do you have a service where people can research all local homes for sale with your exclusive? Yes. Do you have some off-market resource? Yes. Do you have a selling consultation? Yes. Do you have a selling seminar? Yes. Do you have a home service Rolodex? Yes. What are your services? Do you have an email and do you have a calendar, and are you sending and sharing your services and extending those offers to everybody? Okay. And so the example here, which I think is worthy of your guys' attention, give me 1 second. One of my favorite email newsletters currently is from the 1000-watt company, Dose. And so this is, Mark and Brian, these are two of some of the smartest marketers, brand agency in the entire real estate industry. When Berkshire Hathaway Home Services wanted to do a rebrand on their logo and their promise, they hired 1000-watt. When .loop was first created, they hired 1000-watt. When Zillow wanted to do a rebrand on their logo, they hired 1000-watt. So here's January. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 as of this morning. Okay, so I've received 8 emails from them this morning. Now let's take a look at the ratio. Hey, a quick pause for my sponsor. I'm sure you've noticed that my YouTube channel has fundamentally changed dramatically. Thank you to my new sponsor, Sphere Rocket. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another VA service. Now, here's the problem with traditional VA companies. They're charging $1,700 to $2,000 per month. And what they're doing is they're hiring a $4 to $5 an hour and pocketing the difference. Sphere Rocket has completely flipped that model. They help you hire your VAs directly. So you're in control, and you just pay Sphere Rocket a flat fee for their recruiting, their coaching, and their support services to you. I now have 3 VAs on my team, and I'm going to 5, and I'll probably go beyond that. These are professionals who are working hard with a lot of experience. I've interviewed Brittany, who is my Sphere Rocket coach, and she's been guiding me through my first hires, helping me through the process and checking in with me on a regular basis. And there's tons of weekly live training, not only for us leaders, but also for the VAs, for them to improve what they're doing and how they're helping you. When you sign up using my link down below, you'll get access to all of my digital marketing library SOPs. And I'm also offering a weekly live training for leaders who want to build their digital marketing team, and doing training for the VAs on how they can serve you better. One of the things I absolutely respected a ton, what they basically said, we will give you a 45-day trial. You don't have to pay Sphere anything for 45 days, and they'll help you hire your first one. And then only if you're satisfied on the 45th day does their service fee kick in. Use my link down below. That supports me, and that can get you all of my digital marketing SOPs. And I can't wait to hear about how you're using this service to build your team. Okay, so the Dose is their newsletter, which has a very clear and specific content mission statement, and it's brilliant. I love the Dose. Does 1000-watt offer other services? Yes. 1000-watt has a service called the Summit. And so I received 1, 2, 3 emails where they were talking about the service that they offer called the 1000-watt Summit. So I received 3 emails for the Summit so far year to date. Great. This is their agency. hey, we believe great brands tell great stories. We work Nest Realty, a perfect example. So this is a case study of how they did a rebrand, outlining another one of their services. Here's from Mark Davidson, who is a genius. Everybody loves Mark. And then this is a note from Mark talking about cool, interesting Mark stuff, doing all of the Marky Mark stuff. And then, at the end, promoting the event. Okay. That is what high quality next level email marketing and newsletter looks like. There's a nice ratio between services, the summit, the agency, and the community. Those are the 3 services they offer. And the dose, high quality educational content. Okay. So let's go back. What is your version of that? Services versus newsletter. Okay. What is that? Because we're not just sending bash all over my clients who just, all you guys do is you just send really nice educational crap all the time and never offer any services. It's a disaster. Or I get all of you guys signing up for listing leads, and all you're doing is you're sending the listing leads direct response emails, which is all call to action. No one wants that. You sent me 15 emails on your, would you like to know the value of your home? Do you think at some point I'm going to get annoyed with that? Is that the only service that you offer? Is that the only thing that you do? Are you just like someone who just does comps for a living? Okay. Because if that's what you do, good for you. But I do like these, but it's got to be in the right mix. When your content mission statement, like 1000 watt, is really good at the beginning of the 1000 watt dose newsletter, they were asking all of us to share the newsletter with a friend in real estate. I shared it with all of you, my clients and friends. And I said, you guys should sign up for the dose. And you guys went over there, and some of you guys did. Then when you have a new subscriber to your newsletter, do you have a welcome and a drip sequence that creates a result before they default back over to the newsletter? The home value digital farm that no one has taken me up on yet, which is just so depressing. I think I have one client who's excited about doing this, meaning that you have a bunch of homeowners who are following the value of their home with you with one of those services. You're actually creating good housing market reports, and you have home ownership education, and you're doing all 3 of those. And you have a goal for expanding that from 500 to 1,000 to 5,000. And at 5,000 with a 4% turnover rate, you would have somewhere in the range of 200 sellers on average between the households of 5,000. If you had custom market reports and you did a good job with your housing market and you did good home ownership education, I can't see any reason why you shouldn't earn 50% of the listings, which would be about 100 listings in a year. A bunch of you guys have worked on your agent referral newsletters. I love it. Okay. Some of you guys have these kind of community facing newsletters, John Bathurst, David Solomon. Fine, because you guys get stuck trying to chase local content and you forget that the job is to sell homes. Next thing you're a community influencer, and it's a pretty big job. The deal of the week, I think, is done pretty well. We've got our off market and our buyer needs. That's the one that I think makes the most sense. But the deal of the week has been very successful. A bunch of people have been doing it. A bunch of you guys have these listing alert campaigns going with the pay-per-click and the Facebook lead ads. How's that going? What are we doing? How's that working? Some of you guys have the GGMS, the Hatch, the Blue Door, the YLOPOs. These are, we're basically taking pay-per-click Facebook leads and we're putting them on long-term drip campaigns. And I really would love to see in 2025, some of you guys doing some landing page guide downloads to a really good welcome drip campaign. This would be really fun if we can, some of you guys, I think this is going to be exciting. Okay. So when we look at the world of email, there's quite a few components here. And so in 2025, number one is, what did we do in 2024? What assets, what were you good at? What worked, what didn't work? And 2025, what of those are high priority, medium priority, low priority? And then what do we need to do to support not only ourselves, but our team to win that game?